Hey guys, Figurecraft here, and today we're going to be going over part 2 of my Legend of Zelda figure collection. The first one we'll go over is this one right here that I found at a Books-A-Million. Paid $20 for this. Oh, my bad, 15. Paid 15. Here's the other ones that they make in the series. This is the only one I've got in the series. Made by Medicom Toys. But anyway, let me just figure out here how I got him open. Okay, there. And then here. And then we'll just go ahead and get him out of here. His stand's a little dusty. But there's the stand you get. TM&C 2015 Nintendo. But here is the figurine you get, which to me is a really good interpretation of Link from the first game. There's the bottom of him where his feet are. There's his sword. He's a statue that's made in this stand, like a figure statue. But there's his detail in his face. And then, of course, his little stand is right here. Let's see here. Small peg, big peg. Big peg, small peg. So the small peg is in the foot on that side, and the big peg is in the foot on that side. I think I got that right. And then we'll just try to... If he doesn't go all the way on me, I'll just put him on one. Yeah, I'll put him on one because he's not going to go on all the way without me having to try to get a hassle to get him back off, and then he'll end up breaking a peg. But there's the figure. But that's the first Legend of Zelda Link. Next up, we have a Ganondorf Gold. I never opened it, so I'll just keep it in the pack for this video because he's never been opened. But it's Jakks Pacific gold version of Ganondorf. Here's all the other ones that they make in the set. But yeah, there's Gold Ganondorf. The next one we have is a little Bokoblin from Jakks Pacific also. The Wind Waker. And here's all the ones that they make in the series. I have opened this one, so we'll open him. We'll try to work him out of here. There we go. But here is the Bokoblin figure. He has a little devil-like tail, which is made in the permanent stand. Can't move it, but you can move his arms. They go back and they go forth. Same thing with that one, back and forth. The head, I don't think it moves, or does it? It may move at an angle. Hang on. Yeah, it does. It moves at a twist angle. So his head can twist like that. He can twist like that. And that's all the articulation that this Bokoblin figure has. But there is the Bokoblin. Get him out of the way. Next one we'll go over is a little keychain of Link that I purchased offline a long time ago. He's been opened. Shows you what all they make at the back. It's a really old Nintendo, the really old Nintendo figures. This is one of them really, really old ones that came out when the game first came out for the 64. So, let's see here. Yeah. We'll try to slide him out if he ain't stuck in there. Okay. But here he is. He's a little keychain of Link. He has metal wires in his elbows to where you can basically bend him. Same thing with the knees. You can bend those too. It's got wires in there. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to, you know, take a chance of stretching the rubber. The sword is made in his hand. You can see it's like a very flexible rubber. The same thing with the sheath. It's a very flexible rubber. It's made on his back. Come on, camera, focus. And then I'll give you a detail of the way Link's face looks on this little keychain. Here's the detail in Link's face. It looks like it's got some like bug mess on it. Before I got it back in the pack, the bug got it. I tell y'all, I hate gnats. But anyway, that's the detail in Link's face. And then he also came with his little signature Hylian shield with a clip, which you can put it on his arm. It just goes over here. You can see there, and it'll snap on his arm like that. Or if you wanted to, that back off. Well, if I can get the key, he sees the keychain. But right here too, you can see the holes. Usually when you see holes like that in a rubber figure, it means there's wire inside. Over here too. But anyway, if you wanted to, you can actually take the shield and work it back here. And then you can actually have it to grip the sheath. That way, if you wanted to, you can put Link's shield on his back. And it says something here in his leg. Okay, I know that says made in China. Made in China, and then it's got some kind of code. B, D, and A, I think is what that says. And then you can see the holes down in here for the wires in his boots. But yeah, that is a really awesome little Link nitpick keychain figure I got. And then the next one we'll go over is this little candy dispenser. I found this at my local Food City a good while back. His little thing's gotten bent. You can see it's bent down right there. I think I have another one somewhere that's still in a pack sealed. I just don't know where it is right now, but if I ever find that, I'll do a video of it too. But yeah, it's like a little dispenser. You just pull this back and then you just let it go. It would have like these almost like sweet tart candies that it would look like that would go in there. Then it just pulls up. There's the picture. Link. Then here is the detail in the candy dispenser Kid Link's face. You can tell it's definitely him. But that's a little neat trinket that I got. And then my next one is a, this was a model kit that came in the mail. I ordered it off of eBay. It was a model kit. I had to paint it myself because it came in unpainted. But yeah, you basically had to paint it and put it together yourself. And this is the job that I did on it. I tried my best to recreate Link's face, but with the mold that the kit was, it was very hard to do. And then he did not have no earrings, so this is modeling clay painted. Modeling clay earrings painted. Same thing with that one. And there's the detail in his sword. I tried drawing his Hylian symbol in there, or the Triforce symbol of the Master Sword, and it's underneath too. Here's the underneath of the figure. Here's the back of the figure. This is his sheath of the detail that I drew and painted. Same thing there. I even drew this detail right here. This is the detail that I drew on the sheath, or not the sheath, but the shield. That's the sheath. This is the shield. My bad, got all mixed up. And you can see there the detail in his gloves. His belts. I tried looking up a lot of references, pictures, before I even started painting this thing. I mostly copied the paints from this figure right here. I just didn't have the exact right color green. But I mostly copied from these paints right here, what you see. Same thing with the boots. It was really hard getting the texture color right here at the top of his boot. I had to mix up so many paints until I finally found that color. But that's my model kit of Ocarina of Time Adult Link that I painted, that just basically stands like that. He has a problem standing, so I usually have to prop him up against something to get him to stand. But that's him. And the last ones we got to go over are some pretty cool ones. These are the Twilight Princess Minifigs. First of all, we'll get these pieces right here right fast. Let me just get them over here. Tilt the camera down a bit. There you go. Yeah, it's all of these. But let me find the pieces. First we need the feet. These are the, come on camera, focus. Well, it's so small it ain't gonna focus, ain't it? Hang on a minute, guys. I'm trying to focus. Let me try to turn this light off a bit, see if that helps. It did. But these are Xant's feet. You can see, even though when they're small, let me get the focus again. Even though when they're small, they have those symbols in there. Which, now that I look at it, does that not look like the dragon head statues from Breath of the Wild that you would find in the Zonai ruins and all that? That kind of matches that. I didn't realize those were on his feet. I might be on to something there, y'all, or maybe not, but I mean, well, you know how Zelda is, but yeah, that kind of does look like the Zonai tribe dragon statue heads that you find in the forest. But it's probably nothing. And here is Xant's pants. And there's the two peg holes. So the first thing you gotta do is find the right feet. Which it ain't going into that one, but it will. No. Yeah, it's that one. Goes there. They'll go into certain slots. They also got gold painted at the top. And this one should go there. There he is with his feet. Here's his chest piece. Really good detail in this figure, even though when it's so smally, it is really small, but very, very, very good detailed. And then you just take this. You figure out how it goes in there. Let's see here. Okay, I think I got it backwards, so we'll flip this around like that, and then we'll try inserting this. Yeah, there we go. It goes at a certain angle. But there's the legs inside of the outfit now. Next up, you have these two pieces, which are his arms. You can see all the detail that went into work on this. Even though it's such a small figure, it really surprises me with when they make the small figures and how much detail they put into a small figure. A whole lot of people don't buy the small figures because they think that not good detail when they're small, or they don't like the statues in a way. But if you didn't know, it is worth buying the small figures because they put so much detail in a small figure than they do sometimes the big figure, which is sad to say. But I ain't judging no one. I mean, everybody has their picks. Everybody has their likes. I've got my picks and I've got my likes. But there's the hands. So if I offended anybody by saying that, I am sorry. But here is the helmet. Look at the detail in the helmet, y'all. And then there is let me get the camera to focus. There's Zant's face. Then you just prop that on. And then there you go. There's Zant. And he also came with a little black stand that he'll stand. They all came with black stands, but I lost all the other ones stands. But I still do have the Zant stand. Next one we'll go over is the wolf link. Look at the detail in this wolf's face. I mean, can y'all tell that right there is wolf link? But anyway, we'll work on getting him together. And they even went as far as sculpting his earrings in the ears. And the symbol on his head. You would think that right there is paint loss, but no. That's the highlight at the end of his nose. They left it white because that's his little white highlight on the tip of his nose. Anyway, the pieces are this. Let's get it. You got the two back legs. Well, that's a front leg. My bad. That's a front leg. Here's the back leg. And then you have the tail. And I'll show you how this works. You have a small peg right here sticking out. You just take that tail and you align that peg with the tail like that, and that's what will hold the tail. Now you take this and you feed this through the back of Wolf Link on that side right there, and then you'll see that. Then you'll line this up. Make sure you line the tail up. Just take your time with it. Once you got it lined up, you just press, and then there you go. It just snaps together. And then we'll grab that front paw that I had. We'll pop it into place. And then we'll grab the other paw, which is right here. It actually has the chain, his shackle, when he was imprisoned. And then you'll just pop that right there, and there's Wolf Link, but this does not complete the figure because you see there's a hole here. So they actually remembered his companion. Let me just focus. Here is the small body to Midna. So we'll go ahead and we'll find the peg hose and we'll pop her on. There's the Midna body on the Wolf Link to actual size. And then we'll get Midna's head. You see it looks like one ear is out of whack. It's made like that because of the way the picture was. They actually captured the picture where one ear was up and one ear was down. But here is the detail in Midna. And then, I know it doesn't look right because she's missing one thing, which is the fused shadow. Here's her piece of the fused shadow that goes on her head. You just take this, you find the hole in her head, you plug it right in, and there you go. And then we'll just insert the head onto the figure. And then you can see that where her ear is bent, it goes right in link with her arm. But let's focus on this. Here is the full figure of Wolf Link and Midna, which is pretty detailed, which you can see to my hand the size that it is. But there's two figures. The next one we'll be going over is the Princess Zelda. So first you got the bottom of her dress. You can see it's got all of her designs, all of her details in her dress that she had on the game. Underneath, she's wearing boots. Because in that Zelda game, she was wearing boots. And then you have the second piece of her, which is, I think it's called a lanyard that hangs down, or is it the banyard? I can't remember what it's called. But there's the detail in it. There's her little gems at the top of her dress. And then you go around. But anyway, you just take this. You just snap these two pieces together. And there you're starting to form the Zelda figure. The next piece to her is the top body piece, which has her chest and her necklace and her neck. And you can see here, come on, zoom in. There's all of her detail in her dress. All the little ancient writing symbols is actually recreated in this small figure. But anyway, that right there will just go and pop on here. Line it up with the back. And there you have the Zelda figure starting to take shape. Next up you have these two pieces, which is the beginning of her arms. You see one small peg, one big peg, because one goes to one and one goes to the other. So the small one goes here. And then the big one goes over here. And there you go. And then your next two pieces you have these are her glove hands. You can see it actually has the symbols of the Hylian crest on her gloves. The Triforce is in there too. I'll try to get it to show it better on this hand. You can see there the symbols. These are her gloves, which is the same way. One goes to one goes to the other. So we'll slowly work on getting these on there. And there's that one. Then of course her one that would hold her sword. I lost her sword because I was an idiot when I was a kid. Took the figure to school, ended up losing the sword at school. But she did come with the rapier sword, but I lost it. But there she is with her arms. Next up are these that will go on her. These are her shoulder pads. You can see the small detail in the shoulder pads. Everything is made to go a unique way. You just got to match the peg holes. So this looks like the small one, which will go over here. And this is the big one, which will go right there. And there's the arms. And then last but not least, her last piece is what we've all been dying to see, I'd say. The sculpt in her head. Here is Zelda's face. She has her braid, all the details in her hair, her earrings are there. I'll go ahead and I'll pop this head on the body and I'll give y'all a better view of it that way. They even painted her lipstick. I'll try to zoom in here and give y'all a better view. Let me just get this camera to focus. If you can see that, she has lipstick. I'll try turning on this light, see if it'll help me show it up better. See the lipstick? She's actually got her lipstick and she's got her earrings. But here is the Princess Zelda figurine. So I'll zoom this camera back out. But there's the Princess Zelda figurine. And the last one I know everybody's been dying to see is the main hero himself, which is Link. So first of all, he does have the detail in his boots. You see the symbols? They're there. Same thing with this one. You have the symbols in the boots. And then next piece is his pants. So we'll work on getting the boots on the pants. Which, if you can see right here, at the knee you can see there's a slip right there. That is where the tongue to the boot will sit. It's engraved in there to let you know that. But there's the pants and boots. The next piece is his tunic, bottom piece. The chainmail is like a certain texture to make it look like chainmail. You can see there. He's actually got the symbols in his tunic. There's the pouches. That will just slide up in here. And it will sit like that. And then the next piece to him, this is the body. And you can see they actually remembered the slits in the side of the tunic that shows the chainmail through it. There's the belts. There's the chainmail in the chest piece area. More chainmail at the side right there. And you just take this part. You just latch it into place. Match it with the seams at the sides of the tunic. Like so. Same thing on the other side. But there he is with that. The next piece we'll do is the sheath. Here's the sheath. See, it's got the little Triforce logo in it. There's the peg. So you just take this. You plug this right onto his back. And there's the sheath in place. Next up, we'll do the hands. These are Lynx Hands. One's for holding the shield, one's for holding the sword. Really good detail in these gloves. Here is the Master Sword. Really good detail in it. Here is the shield. Really good detail in the shield. So I work on getting these on. So with this one, this is the shield hand. We'll have to figure out a way for this little thumb to fit on the shield, then slide it down the handle, flip the hand around, grab this with your fingernail, and then slide the peg under the strap. Now that's ready. Now with the sword, same way, figure out a way to work the sword into the hand. Don't force it because you don't want to break it. There you go, work it past the pommel. And then there you go, he's now ready for the sword and shield. Next up, we'll do the other arm pieces. Here are his gauntlets with arm. That's the one for the shield. And here's the one for the sword. And there's that little bracer he has on his arm. So we'll go ahead and insert the sword hand on that. Get it aligned. And then we'll do the shield hand next. So like I said, just take this, slide it under the strap. This is the easiest way I figured out to do it. It is a little bit fiddly because you got to find the hole in the arm. But once you find it, you'll get it.